playing Risk because people hurt his feelings, or people ostensibly hurt his feelings. So I am appreciative that the president is being transparent about this. I would love it if he was more transparent about the human sex trafficking network that he was a part of, but you can't win them all.
Cameron's grateful that the president is being transparent about the Nobel Peace Prize and his desires for Greenland Scott. What do you think about that?
You gonna let that sit? Are we gonna claim here on CNN that the president is part of a global sex trafficking ring, or?
Well,
I mean,
we're going to talk about the Epstein file. Scott, I will do the fact checking. Repeat what you said about the global sex trafficking ring.
This clip we're going to watch, Scott Jennings is going to go off about what was said about Trump on CNN. This is supposed to be Newsnight with Abby Phillip, but I think she was off for the day. But anyway, so it was just CNN Newsnight. And Scott Jennings is going to go off about that, but then some weird twist. Chris Cuomo has now decided to fight Scott Jennings. I don't know what's going on. I thought it was pretty interesting. I thought it was actually kind of funny. And this is PBD talking about it. CNN clips are like annoying to find, but whatever. We'll use this, and we will enjoy watching, I guess, the Scott Jennings CNN Newsnight with Abby Phillip explosive blow up with Chris Cuomo wanting to fight. Okay, let's get into it.
That Donald Trump was provably very involved with it?
Okay, we'll get to that later. I mean, Donald Trump has never been charged with any crimes in relation to Jeffrey Epstein. But
let's be adults here.
We'll talk about the
Let's be serious.
Satisfied?
Pause it so we can read it. Pause it. I would like to retract my comments from CNN last night and truly apologize. Donald Trump was obviously not involved with a giant international child sex trafficking ring where women and children were systematically raped by elites. I said that by accident and didn't mean it. You said it twice.
Double down.
You said it twice. And by the way, Scott Jennings is, to me, the CEO of CNN because he keeps protecting these guys. And he's sitting there saying, what the hell are you talking about, Rob?
The percentage?
Who are you to tell me what I can and can't? I've never met you, brother. Listen, I can say whatever I want. They're illegal aliens, and that's what the law calls them, illegal aliens. That's what I'm going to call them. As for our conversation,
Go to the beginning, because I didn't hear what he said at the beginning. What did the other guy say at the beginning?
So I did cover this where, the guy was something like, told Scott, you don't have to call them illegal aliens anymore. You're not supposed to say that. And Scott was like, you basically can't tell me what to say, which in this situation, I did agree with Scott Jennings. A lot of times I don't, because he always has that smirk on his face and he's just saying whatever. But I'm not. Where's the Chris Cuomo part? Okay, there it is. I guess it was just going too fast because Patrick Bet-David is just taking forever to explain the situation.
How are you going to force me not saying the word illegals anymore? How are you going to do that?
Say illegals anymore because ICE is directly targeting legal citizens of this country, and
How are you going to enforce your edict on me, just out of curiosity?
Listen, I understand.
But just listen to his point about illegals.
What are you, bully now? What are you, tough guy? Because you're talking to this kid who happens to be right, calling people illegals. So they're called illegal aliens in the law. And you know what? A long time ago, Republicans and Democrats switched to undocumented. Why? Because it seemed inhuman. That's why. They changed the vernacular, and you know it. But that's not the point. The point is, how are you going to do it? What are you going to do? What are you? You're a tough guy now, huh? I thought you were just supposed to be the simpering, but, open to conversation.
You can pause it right there. What do you think about this?
Well, first of all, I don't know what Chris was doing before he made this video. His hair is insane. He's sweating. I don't know where all that testosterone is out. But by the way, Chris, with all due respect, he's one of the guys that said when it comes to illegals, he said illegals, immigrants murdering Americans was an artificial problem. So I don't know where the anger comes from. I'm pretty sure it has something to do with CNN and how Scott Jennings is literally, you call him the CEO. He is the star of CNN. He's the only person that makes it watchable. I have my own opinion. I wish he wasn't on there because I don't want to give them any viewership or anybody for them to keep pushing their propaganda. That's my opinion. Mm-hmm. But I think this has layers of just bitterness towards CNN because he's the star of CNN. The only reason you could even watch anything of Abby Phillip, he made CNN great again.
For sure.
I can't believe I'm saying that right now.
I love Chris Cuomo like a big brother, but brother, you're dead wrong on this because this is all about feelings. And I'll tell you when
I'm not going to punish you guys by listening to Adam Sosnick. I'm sorry, I do not like Adam Sosnick. Adam Sosnick is annoying. What we just witnessed here, this whole thing, it doesn't even have to be this conversation. Like, what's going on with the hosts of shows, right? You think you're a tough guy. You think, like, what are we doing? Like, what are we doing? Okay, I'm not saying everybody has to show up in a suit and just say things, but like, at the end of the day, why are we trying to nag? What is this, like Chris Cuomo has beef? I have beef with Scott Jennings. I have beef with Newsnight, CNN. And then PBD is like, yeah, Scott Jennings is the CEO. That's the only reason why Abby Phillip has that job is because of Scott Jennings. Like, what is this, the hood? This is my block, CNN block. And then this is the Cuomo block. Like, what are we doing, yo? Like, it's just so weird, but... To the point again of the saying of, undocumented or illegal, whatever. Say whatever you want. It's words. It's words. We have bigger fish to fry in this country than controlling words. I'll see you guys at the next one. Bye.